Every year phones are getting quicker and quicker, but which one is fastest? The specs 0-100 hours 04 are the easiest place to start. The iPhone 6 is definitely down on paper with only a 0-100 hours 08 dual-core processor and 1 GB of RAM compared to a 6-core chip and 3 GB 0-100 hours 12 of RAM on the LG G4 and a whopping 8 cores on the Galaxy S6 Edge. Things aren't quite 0-100 hours 17 so simple, however. Kicking things off, we have the graphics benchmarks. These are mostly 0-100 hours 22, helpful for measuring gaming performance but also affect how smooth the phones run in everyday 0-100 hours 26 use. First off, we have the 3D Mark Ice Storm Unlimited test, and here all three are reasonably 0-100 hours 31 well matched, although the Galaxy S6 Edge is the clear winner. Move over to GFX Bench Manhattan 0-100 hours 36 and things change up slightly with the iPhone beating out the G4 in the off-screen test 0-100 hours 40 and easily winning over both in the on-screen test. Both the Galaxy S6 and LG G4 have Team 0-100 hours 45 crispy approved Quad HD screens that, while great, come with a performance penalty. The 0-100 hours 50 phones have to drive a lot of pixels. The iPhone needs to push less than 1/3 as 0-100 hours 54 many pixels, which can give it an advantage in some situations, but there's no doubt 0-100 hours 57 that the Samsung Galaxy S6 pulls out the win in the graphics department. Next, let's take 102 a look at the processors. The Octane benchmark is a good test of CPU and browser performance 106, and here the Galaxy S6 Edge easily wins out over the G4 and iPhone, which end up being 110, surprisingly close. Next we have Geekbench 3, which is a pure test of the processors. 115 in single-threaded performance the iPhone wins, however the Galaxy S6 is really able 119 to stretch its legs in the multi-core part of the test. This doesn't seem to make much 123 cents on the surface. The iPhone should be way less powerful. What's going on? It might 127 have a big disadvantage on paper, but the iPhone actually has the most powerful CPU cores of 131 the bunch. Both the G4 and Galaxy S6 take advantage of what's known as Big Little 136, which pairs a set of powerful CPU cores along with less power-hungry ones. This allows the 140 weaker cores to handle most basic usage while being able to switch to the bigger cores when 144 you need more performance. The G4 has only 2 of the more powerful of 57 cores, where the 149 Galaxy S6 has 4, but in real use it's rare to need 4 cores, much less 8. All 154. That tech jargon means that for most tasks the iPhone is slightly faster, but having the 158 extra cores when you need them gives the slight edge to the Galaxy S6. Having lots of performance 203 is great, but if your battery immediately dies it's not doing you much good. Here I turn 207 to the GFX Bench battery test, which loops a complex 3D scene 30 times. Here the iPhone 213 and Galaxy S6 come up short, where the LG G4 wins out thanks to its bigger battery and 217 slightly less powerful specs compared to the S6. There's another side effect of having 222, a lot of power packed inside a phone, and that's heat. Not only can this make phones uncomfortable 226 to hold, but it can also hurt performance. Using a thermal camera you can see that there's 230 a pretty major difference in how each phone is able to cope under a gaming load. The iPhone 234 evenly disperses the heat at around 31 degrees Celsius, which is only slightly warm to the 239 touch. Move over to the G4 and it tops out at 36 degrees, which is warm, but the heat is 244 kept to the top, making most of the phone perfectly fine. The Galaxy S6 Edge is even warmer at 249-38 degrees, and this is spread throughout the phone, making it slightly uncomfortable to 253 the touch. It might not have the most raw power, but the iPhone is clearly the winner, 257 here. So at the end of the day, how do these phones stack up? The iPhone and G4 both perform 302 well and have advantages, but it's safe to say that the Samsung Galaxy S6 is the fastest 306 phone out, well, for now anyway.